it helps you, because it sure helped me. What an amazing God we serve, huh? I don't know what you're going through, but I think everybody is impatient for something. Everybody is wanting for a different outcome or a different plan. It's easy to say you have strong faith when everything's good. Everything's going the way you want. But when things are not going the way you want, how do you submit to God's will? It's easier said than done. For me, at least. Hey gang, I wasn't planning on making this video. I had another video planned, but I'm taking a little detour, given some real-time things that are happening. And I just feel very inspired to share this with you. To give you some backstory, I'm selling my house right now. I've been in my house for 18 years, but I'm getting married and relocating to where my fiancée lives, which is about an hour and a half from me. And we made the decision for a lot of reasons why it was best to make that move. But it's been really challenging. We thought that my house would sell like overnight, given how fast some homes are selling. And it's been on the market now for almost 2 months, which is not a terribly long time, but we just got a foot of snow over the weekend. And I'm kind of feeling like, who's going to buy a house and move in the thick of winter in between the holidays? We're running into Christmas coming up here in a couple weeks. Thanksgiving just happened. It's just a crazy time. And we just don't see how it's going to work out, that we're going to be able to combine our lives without having to have two houses. Well, aside from this, I'm selling a lot of stuff on Marketplace and some big music equipment that I had. And I was selling this set of speakers online, and they're heavy. And so it's like, I'm going to have someone come pick it up. I'm not taking it to a parking lot to meet somebody. And so you're always kind of iffy on who you're going to give your address to. And meanwhile, I came home to my house last night after the Thanksgiving holiday, and both my fiancée and I were just feeling very discouraged. I felt very discouraged this morning. Spent some time in the Word at like 4 a.m., doing my best to try to still remain faithful. I have faith, but it's easy to say you have strong faith when everything's good. Everything's going the way you want. But when things are not going the way you want, how do you submit to God's will? It's easier said than done. For me, at least. But little did I know that the people that would be coming to pick up this speaker system were an older couple in their 70s. So kind. The minute they got out of their car, this tiny lady just walks out smiling, and I shook her hand, and he comes out, I shake his hand. And, I had already kind of scoped out to make sure I'm letting these people in my home. And we talked for probably an hour, and I got to share my testimony with them. They shared their testimony with me and what they're going to use this for. They're going to use this sound system she's a violinist, and she's going to play violin for people in this elderly community who are, she said, largely sometimes forgotten by their families. And they talked about challenges with their faith and the way that God has worked in their lives. And he said a quote to me when we were talking about just, God's timing. He said, "God is never early, but God is never late." And that just warmed my heart and filled me with faith. It filled me with trust. It filled me with submission to God's will, that God is never early, but he's never late. And he talked about times in his business. He talked about times with very close family that were very challenging. We're talking actual big problems, not just, I want to sell my house. But I don't know what you're going through, but I think everybody is impatient for something. Everybody is wanting for a different outcome or a different plan. But you might find that, wow, you're feeling absolutely horrible one day. You wake up the next morning and at 10 o'clock, you are met with a divine meeting with people where I think I needed them and they filled my heart, and I think I helped them too. And God uses so many unexpected ways to talk to us. And I think what God was telling me then was, I'm never late. Wait. Yes. I'm never early, but I'm never late. My timing is perfect. And just trust me. And that inspired me so much. And I feel very thankful for that meeting. I'm thankful to have sold that equipment, but man, that time together with this couple who are strangers, but I hugged them goodbye. I couldn't help but hug them goodbye. I believe that was a divine meeting. Maybe God sometimes uses angels, but maybe he uses angels through ordinary people. Maybe sometimes he uses us as an angel. I don't know. But whatever you're going through, whatever you're waiting for, whatever you're impatient for, whatever you're wishing would be different, what this gentleman shared with me, he said, God is never early, but he's never late. And that just helped me so much. And that, coupled with what I was feeling yesterday, and that message coming to me through such an unanticipated way, not random, absolutely arranged, a divine arrangement. I just feel at peace. And whatever will be what God wants. And his timing is perfect. He's never late. He's never early. But he's never late. And I hope that helps you. I really do. And just be open and ready for just these seemingly random meetings with people right when you need it. But just be listening. Soften your heart. God can't speak to you until you're ready to hear it. In my testimony, I wasn't ready to hear anything about what God had to say, what Christ had to say. In fact, I was downright, stay away from me. But the minute I was, it changed my heart. It changed my mind. It changed the way I look at things. And so I can't help but have belief that was sent to let me know you're not forgotten. I'm in control. I am never early, but I'm never late. And all will work out in my perfect timing, in my perfect plan. I hope that helps you, because it sure helped me. What an amazing God we serve, huh? Okay, gang, to the best version of you. Bye for now.